Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video we're going to learn how to create Pipefy card from Google Calendar events. So I am an owner of an event management company and I want that whenever I'm going to create or add any event in my Google Calendar, automatically a card of that event should be created in my Pipefy account. For that, what we are going to do is we are going to simply create an automation between Google Calendar and Pipefy with the help of Pabbly Connect. Pabbly Connect runs on two concepts, that is trigger and action. In this process, my trigger application is going to be Google Calendar and my action application is going to be Pipefy. If you want to learn how to do this automation, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to create Pipefy card from Google Calendar event. So I am an owner of an event management company and my objective is that whenever I'm going to add any event in my Google Calendar, automatically a card should be created of that event in my Pipefy account. For that, what we are going to do is we are going to create an automation between Google Calendar and Pipefy with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly Apps window in front of you, in which you can see the 5 applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on Access Now. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, you have to click on this top right corner button right over here that says Create Workflow. Then a new dialog box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for a workflow name. So I'm going to give a name to my workflow as Create Pipefy Card from Google Calendar event. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow. Next, it is asking for us to select a folder. On the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. How are we going to select the folder? For that, we have to click on this drop down arrow, and these are the folders from which I'm going to select Google Calendar's automation as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving a name to our workflow and selecting the folder, we are going to click on Create in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Create Pipefy Card from Google Calendar event, and there are two windows in front of you. One says Trigger, another says Action. Trigger and action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two steps. Over here, trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means our action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. Firstly, we're going to set up our trigger step by click on this arrow right over here. And for the trigger application, we are going to select it as Google Calendar. So I'm going to select my trigger application as Google Calendar. And for the trigger event, we are going to select as New Event. So as I've selected my trigger application as Google Calendar and the trigger event as new event right over here, I've selected it because I want that whenever I'm going to add a new event in my Google Calendar, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response. But if you are not getting the response immediately, then don't worry, because over here you can see next to the trigger application and the event over here it says 10 minutes. So this 10 minutes right over here is the pulling time. As Google Calendar is a pulling based application, that means in every 10 minutes duration, whenever a new data is going to be captured in Google Calendar, it is going to forward the data in every 10 minutes to Pabbly Connect. So if you're not going to get the response immediately, then don't worry, okay? So after selecting the trigger application and the event, we are going to click on Connect. As soon as you're going to click on Connect, a new window is going to appear on which you have to click on Add New Connection. But if you have an existing connection, you can choose this option. We're going to click on Sign In with Google. After clicking on Sign In with Google, you can see a new window is going to appear in front of you on which it is asking for a permission. I'm going to click on Allow as this is a saved process and my data is perfectly saved with Pabbly Connect. Okay, I'm going to click on Allow. As you can see that we successfully authorized Google Calendar with Pabbly Connect. After connecting Google Calendar with Pabbly Connect, it is asking for a calendar right over here. So I have created a calendar in the name of events with the help of my Google Calendar. So what we are going to do is for the calendar, we are going to select it as events, okay? After selecting the calendar over here as events, we are going to click on Save and Send Test Request. But before that, what we are going to do is we are going to add a new event in our Google Calendar, and then we are going to click on Save and Send Test Request, because as soon as you're going to click on Save and Send Test Request, the last event which is added in our Google Calendar is going to appear in the response. Okay, so we are going to add a new event in our Google Calendar. So I'm going to put my Google Calendar. So as you can see, this is my Google Calendar, and now we're going to create an event in this calendar. For that, we're going to click on create, and then we're going to click on event right over here. A new window is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for an event name. So I'm going to give a title to my event as strategic management event. So this is the name of my event that I am going to conduct. Okay, and next it is asking for the date and time. For the date, I'm going to select it as 4th of May 2024, and for the time, I'm going to select it as from, let's suppose, 12 to 1. Okay, so this is the date and time that I've selected. Next it is asking for the description right over here. So we're going to add a description to the event. So I'm going to add a description to my event as join us for a strategic management event where we'll discuss key initiatives, evaluate performance, and plan our future growth. So this is the event that I've created, and this is the description. After that, I'm going to click on save right over here. So as you can see right over here, event is created. Over here you can see this is the event with the description, the name of the event as strategic management event, for the date as 4th of May, that is Saturday, for the time as 12 to 1, the description right over here. So this means that we successfully created an event in our Google Calendar. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Pabbly Connect, and then we're going to click on save and send test request. As soon as you're going to click on save and send test request, over here response is going to be captured. For the summary over here, it says strategic management event. So this means that we successfully connected Google Calendar with our Pabbly Connect, and a trigger setup is done successfully. After setting up a trigger step, as our objective is that whenever a new event is going to be created in our Google Calendar, automatically a card of that event should be created in our Pipefy account. So what we are going to do is we are going to add our action step, and for the action application, we are going to select it as Pipefy. So I'm going to select my action application as Pipefy. After selecting our action application as Pipefy, for the action event, I'm going to select it as create card. After selecting our action application and the action event, we're going to click on connect. A new window is going to appear on which you have to click on add new connection. After clicking on add new connection, then you can see it is asking for a token. With the help of this token, we are going to connect Pipefy with Pabbly Connect by following the steps given here below. Okay, so firstly we have to log into our Pipefy account. So as you can see that I've already logged into my Pipefy account, and next we have to go to the tokens page. For that, I'm going to click right over here on tokens. So this is the token page right over here, and then we're going to generate a new token. For that, click on generate new token right over here. For the name of the token, I'm going to give it as demo. Then I'm going to click on save right over here. So after that, over here token values provided, this is the token right over here. We're going to click on save right over here. So this is the token. We're going to open this token, and then we're going to copy this token from here, and we're going to paste the token right over here. After that, going to click on save. As you can see that we successfully connected Pipefy with Pabbly Connect. Okay, next it is asking for us to select an organization. So after connecting, it is asking for the organization ID right over here. I'm going to select my organization ID as this right over here. For the pipe ID right over here, what I have done is I have created a pipe ID in the name of event management, as you can see right over here. So for the pipe ID, I'm going to select it as event management. Next it is asking for the title. I'm going to skip this part. Okay, next it is asking for the due date. Over here what we are going to do is, for the due date, what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So what we are going to do is we are going to insert the data from the previous step of this automation workflow. And how we're going to map the data, for that we have to click right over here. After click on the field, you can see over here it says Google Calendar new event. So this was the previous step of this automation workflow. By clicking on this arrow, you can see this was the same response that was captured in our previous step. As over here it is asking for the due date, so over here I'm going to search for the date, and I'm going to map the data of the date right over here. So I've mapped the data right over here. So now what happens is the data has now become dynamic. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically in place of this mapped data right over here, the new data is going to be updated. Okay, next it is asking for the event title. So we're going to map the data for the title as well. I'm going to map the data right over here. So this is the name of my event, so I'm going to map the data of my title as strategic management event. I mapped the data right over here. Next it is asking for the event description. We're going to map the data for the description as well. So this is the description. We're going to map the data for the description. So as I've completed mapping all the data, we're going to click on save and send test request. After click on save and send test request, you can see over here a response is received, and the response that we have received is a positive response. So now I'm going to open my Pipefy account, and I'm going to check whether a new card is created of the event that we have created in our Google Calendar or not. For that, I'm going to open my Pipefy account. I'm going to refresh the page. And yes, as you can see right over here, new event is added to my Pipefy account, and this is the card. I'm going to open this card right over here. Card is in the name of strategic management event, and for the description over it says join us for strategic management event where we'll discuss the key initiatives, evaluate performance and plan for the future growth. So this is the event that I've created and for the name as strategic management event. So this means that we successfully created a card in our Pipefy account with the help of the event that we have created in our Google Calendar. So this means that we have successfully created an automation between Google Calendar and Pipefy with the help of Pabbly Connect. But now for all of you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another event in my Google Calendar and I'm going to check whether that event is created as a card in my Pipefy account or not. For that, I'm going to open my Google Calendar. So this is my Google Calendar right over here, and now we're going to create another event in this calendar. For that, we have to click on create and then on event right over here. Then a new window is going to appear. For the date over here, I'm going to select it as a random date, 10th May, that is Friday right over here. For the timing, I'm going to select it as from 4:30 to 5:30. Okay. Next, for the name of the event over here, we're going to write it as. So this is the name of my event, that is Creative Writing Event. As you can see, I've given a name to my event as Creative Writing Event. And for the description right over here, I'm going to write it as join us for inspiring creative writing event. Explore your imagination, craft compelling narratives and unleash your creativity in a supportive and collaborative environment. So this is the description right over here. After that, I'm going to click on save to create an event. As you can see right over here, an event is created. So this is the event created in the name of Creative Writing Event, and this is the description right over here on 10th of May, that is Friday, from 4:30 to 5:30. Okay, so an event is created. Now, as I've already told you that Google Calendar is a polling based application, so it is having a 10 minutes polling duration. So now in 10 minutes, I'm going to check in my Pipefy account that a new card is created with the help of this event that we have created in our Google Calendar or not. So in 10 minutes, I'm going to open my Pipefy account. So now after 10 minutes, this is my Pipefy account page. I'm going to refresh this page. And yes, as you can see right over here, after refreshing, a new card is created in my Pipefy account. I'm going to open this card. So the card is in the name of Creative Writing Event, and this was the same event that we have created in our Google Calendar. For the description over here as joined us for an inspiring creative writing event. Explore your imagination, craft compelling narratives and unleash your creativity in a supportive and a collaborative environment for the date of 10th May 2024. So this means that we have successfully created an automation between Google Calendars and Pipefy with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I am an owner of an event management company, and my objective is that whenever I am going to create a new event in my Google Calendar, automatically according to the event, a card of that event should be created in my Pipefy account. For that, I have created an automation between Google Calendar and Pipefy with the help of Pabbly Connect, and this is how we create an automation between these two applications. So if you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.
Not just with these applications, you can create automation with the help of Pabbly Connect between multiple applications. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask your queries on forum.pabbly.com. If you have any queries regarding the pricing of Pabbly Connect, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions and doubts, and please share this video, and thank you for watching.